Hello artists and welcome back to Phoenix Wright is a Tony. I don't know how many parts I've recorded today, but it feels like a plenty. I think I recorded for almost 3 hours now. Anyways, right now we're going to hear a witness account of Old Bag, the new latest versions. We can say that. Anyways, let's begin. And we're going to cross-examine. Are you absolutely sure?
I'm quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all.
Nobody suspicious looking, right? Old Wright sure has paws, or, well, you know what I mean. Old Wright have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting everything. How convenient! Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. What about before you got to the guard station?
You mean before 1 p.m.? Why? Everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention...
Are you sure? The witness answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness.
That's right, Sonny. You let them have it, itchy boy.
Itchy boy? Old wine was sure as balls, you know what I mean. Just what I'm going to do here. Oh. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera of the gates of the studios, right?
Yes, sire, Sonny.
Well, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture.
Oh, and here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Right, anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data.
Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening.
That's where the computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo was printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m. Photo number 2.
Even if I know what that means, it was taken at 2 p.m. on October 15th. Really, Sonny?
Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is a bit at the end where it says photo number 2.
Photo number 2?
The computer only held data for one photo on the day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was only one? Order! Please don't record what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. The evidence shows that not one but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there is only data for one of the photos. How could I erase the data of the other photo? Only someone with access to security lady herself.
You watch your butt, you whippers rapper. The only person that saw the day was Sweet Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes, that's That's what it would seem mean, you mean?
Can over this place to this court?
I don't understand this newfangled computer things. Veggie Boy, help!
Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Some help you or your people snapper too. People snapper.
Something the matter, Miss Oldbag?
Oh, that's right. I just remember something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate, someone other than the Steel Samurai?
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Your testimony, please. I believe in...
Every day after I finish my car duties, I have one important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security camera computer and check them. I throw out any photos that are suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag, this is first I heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny, I only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I did say this was a turn of the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
Well, who the heck was in a photo you released?
A fanboy.
A fanboy?
Steel Summer's fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. Always hanging about. One was there on that day.
Wait a second, did you say yes, no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one else could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a train that goes into the employee area.
That's why it's open.
The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and well, that's where they come in.
Hey, they come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks. Oh,
And?
They're kids, children, whippersnappers.
Kids? So, on the photo that you released...
It was a boy, probably second or third grade. What?
Order! Let me get this straight. You saw the two people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg, the other was a boy who looked up to be in second, third grade.
Oh yes, we will see his type there every day. Can't stop them, catch them.
A boy in second and third grade. I assume it would be hard, if not possible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think it's quite heavy.
Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I raised the data.
And Nick, what's going on?
I mean, the boy was there. That makes me him suspect.
Yeah, and they already tried to unsuspect them. I'd like to take a 5-minute recess. I wanted the defense and the prosecution to consider the new information. And no forgetting with vital information this time. Oh, what should I do? What should I do? Oh, is it Powers? Yes? Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio, I was sleeping, honest. So, who was the summer in the security photo? How could I know? The steel samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it really.
What? You should take better care of the stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a steel samurai costume. So where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the one likely to suspect right now.
Nick!
What are you going to do? First we have to play for more time. We start targeting someone else that could conveniently have done this.
Right. And it would take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose our spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey Nick, it's time!
Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. The court will now reconvene of the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thought of this matter? The prosecution's thought are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else that could have committed a crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well, Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed the crime. Order. Interesting. Let us hear you have in mind, however. Be aware that this court does not likely look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great, as if the stakes weren't high enough. So, who was this person other than Mr. Will Powers that had committed murder? What could it be? Save. I don't want to blame on her, but... It was the assistant. The steel samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it into become the samurai. So you're saying that the steel samurai in the picture really is the assistant? That's correct, Your Honor. If you're serious, you have got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the steel samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Oh, remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury?
Powers the poor hammer were to run through. And me? Oh, and me.
What about the assistant?
Oh, her! She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
The assistant knew nothing about of Mr. Powers' injury. She could have looked with that costume. But she couldn't walk the steel samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped.
That kind of takes the legs out of under the case.
Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you as a ward. Nobody knows. That's trouble. I just thought that was the assistant because she's not so tall and she's dragging the costume because she isn't tall enough for the costume. So she's, yeah, dragging the... I don't know. I'm sorry, assistant, for suspecting you. It was the security lady when they all back.
Huh?
They say someone is slaying in the picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching his actions in run-through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady all back.
What? Whisper Snapper!
Order! Is this the all back?
Allback, that's Miss Allback to you!
Miss Allback was standing there guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the summer costume. Then slipped into the studio one the scene of the murder. Why would you go through the trouble of wearing the steel summer costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in this costume, she would point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes too, baby. That's odd. Isn't this part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection to some new damning evidence? Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have any opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objection at this time.
What? What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Eddie boy, don't just sit there and do something.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take us home. The very same reason that makes Mr. Powers suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Outback's action on the day.
But why would they do something as horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. No, Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose phone I erased.
He's on a grade schooler though. As you said, second to third grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When it was at that age, I could pin my old man in 10-second stops.
You're close, Mr. Wright. That boy is not the killer.
What? How can I be so sure? Or is it just to be nice to the kids and mean to your elders, eh? Weapon Snapper.
I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed, let's see the proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed murder. Your Honor, the murder weapon was the samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken a spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
Yeah.
The windbag's speechless. This has got to be first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edward, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy, what was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before... this old bag before we continue. That is all. The court is adjourned.
What? Wait a second! I'm not going to sit here while you run off barking on the wrong tree! Me! I'm talking! Oh great, stop the princess, the windbag wants to talk!
Miss Oldberg, what is all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about? By whom? By whom? Huh? You mean he wasn't ever told not to talk? Very well, testify.
Oh, come on. Lips were sealed. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said that they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me just to pretend they hadn't been on the studios that day. But if you're going to accuse me, I'm not letting them get away from scot-free.
Miss Oldberg, this is crucial information. Why do you keep this from the court now?
Ain't you been listening? I told them to. They told me to shut my mouth, my trap, and I always do what I told.
No, this isn't but a dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. So you were told to not talk?
That's right, by the studio and TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, honey. We were all on it.
Who are these people?
Well, the director, the producer, for starters.
The director? We should have known something more fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their actions without the director? Of course.
Yes, well, I'm surprised no one asked about it.
So where were these people?
The director was in his employee area all morning for the run-through. He and the producer around their lunchtime and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There was a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map, there it is. You go through the gate till you have on the way to the left. The part where the monkey's head was found.
Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I already asked all my question, but... Miss Oldberg, this is trial for murder.
I know that's silly. Still, they're pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side.
So you got your bonus and you still talked? I think I asked the question I have to ask. So they were actually in the studio?
Yes, the whole day. When I heard about the murder, they beat it before the cops came.
I will kill this woman, I swear it. I feel sorry for Edgeworth. Almost should have left him hanging on this one.
But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting you get away with this country.
Then? Who are these people?
Well, the director, the producer, for starters.
Your Honor, we have learned there were other at the Global Studio on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they are not being questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldberg, and more information about this other person people we have been told about. I understand, Your Honor. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the proceedings in trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. The court is adjourned. Sorry, guys, I have to end this episode. Anyways, I wonder what's going to happen next. Anyways, thank you for watching, and leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye bye.
Why aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit frustrated.
Your name, please.
Oh dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please. Seems Edward has a bit of trouble getting his witness to say the name. So she really?